Yo guys, how's it getting along? Had a lot going on. It's been a kind of funky time, you know. It's good. But things like the bike, you know, I've got to do a bike service. I spent a lot of time on the bike. Thinking about selling it. I need the cash. I'm thinking about downsizing, but I just can't afford it. And you might think, oh, downsizing means cheaper products. Now I want something. I want a tighter process. So I want to get like an auto feeder, crease and cut, and an A3, an SRA3 like Oki, or you get like a laser jet. The paper's a little bit more expensive, but everything from the maintenance to the real estate that it uses is just better. It's a tighter system, so I could have the Oki or whatever I'm going to use, and have a little flat pack, stock of materials, have some card, have some vinyl or some waterproof paper and such. They don't really like vinyl, but there is vinyl you can buy. It's quite priced, about 44p for an SRA3. So, and again, all I'm thinking of is just keeping it really, really tight, low maintenance. But I just don't think I can afford it at the moment. And when it gets to March, I'm going to want to buy some new equipment and such. I'm probably going to definitely buy some new vinyl and everything, but it's just, I really want to tighten up the process, and I don't think I've got enough orders yet to kind of justify it and prove. I'm going to prove profit first. I wanted to talk about this in this video about processes and how important they are. Watched that McDonald's film the other day, the founder, and how the process of all of that, and how everything has its place, and everyone, like, you want to see them what they did, and before, beeping machines and everything, everyone sort of danced, and they actually show you like how they did it with the chalkboard and stuff. I think the founders of McDonald's would hate what it has become, and I think the movie made me despise the business side of it, and how he sort of bent the rules to become the real estate people that McDonald's are today. But processes, if you ever see me working at McDonald's, it means I'm a millionaire. I've always wanted to work there for some reason, but I know the reason. It's because everything has its place. You think everything from the milligram of the card and the gloss and everything, if it could be cut, it probably would be cut to save. If you saved a bit of ink here or a bit of card there, or made the way something folds a little bit more efficient to save time and labor, they're going to think, obviously it's still evolving, there's a way to really cut it down more, but do you get to a point where you start losing quality? I wonder. So like, I've always wanted to work there, and I watched the POVs of people working in like cafes and McDonald's and stuff. I quite enjoy them. I think I worked as a barista before when I was a younger man, 18 to 20. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was, I was like the coffee guy going bum, 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 bum. Loved it. Yeah, really cool. And just getting hyped on coffee as well. If you think about how people quote something as well, like, this is always quite fascinating to me. So when someone quotes your time, they actually charge you more. So they say, like, if I'm working for someone, and they pay me an hourly, my hourly to the customer is actually more. So if I take too long on that job, the job's technically lost money, but they're charging the customer's rate. So that, and it's what you have to do. Like, if you put a job through for yourself or through marketing, you charge yourself what you would charge a customer. So you write yourself a ticket, you write yourself a PO, and that way, it's a loss, but it's a cash write-off, or whatever you want to call it. But that is worth what it's worth but it's material-wise and label-wise. So I always find it fascinating when, you know, people say, oh, you know, we've lost half an hour here, we're not making any money. It's like, I mean, you definitely are, but you're not making money if you were going to sell it to the customer's price. And I often, as a small hustler or whatever you want to call me, business owner, sole trader, I don't ever take my labor into account. And a lot of people won't even pay themselves in a limited company for the first year, or they might do the 12.5K or whatever and sort of live off credit cards. Once you get into that limited company economy, you can sort of just move money around and live off that. A lot of businesses will tell you that behind closed doors, that's what they do. You just can't be scared of that. You know, you've got to be rich dad, poor dad to get someone else to pay for it, and then you pay for it later. I am looking to get into that limited company world. I just don't think I don't think I'm breaking out of it this year. I really want to. I would love to. But there's lots of things moving at the moment. So maybe I'll get a bit of sit down time where I can do more illustrations and stuff. The business is still ticking along. Got a couple of things printed at the moment. I'm not a millionaire. Again, for the hours I put in, you might think, oh, he's making a couple of quid, but not really. I was talking to someone the other day, and they said if they worked out their hourly, and they're like a boss man as well, if they worked out their hourly, they're getting like below minimum wage. But of course, they've got the credit card for the limited company, so it's easy for them to say that because, you know, they can get everything against the business, so the house, the car, blah blah blah, get all the salary sacrifice and stuff, and pay themselves dividends as well. So they're like, my pay isn't paying. No. Are they counting dividends? I'm not sure. I'd love to get to a point where I can, you know, hire myself and hire my missus. I just can't see it happening this year. I would love to go full speed ahead, but there really is, I don't want excuses, but there really is a few boundaries at the moment. And I like restrictions because they breed creativity. So, you know, boundaries, I think it's boundaries breed creativity. So I'm not, it just changes things, you know what I mean? It's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. My plan is to get out of the rat race before 40. So I've got another 3 and a bit years where I can really punch the ceiling, and hopefully the consistency and stuff will make it work. Yeah, it's cool. And I'm looking at products now, and I'm looking at processes myself, and I'm just thinking large format's fine, but, you know, I just want something a bit tighter, just a real tight system, which I think is going to cost me about $8,000. I would have to get a loan out and kind of really punch the ceiling there, and I really want to do it, and then get the special laser jet vinyl. But I know I'd have to buy a laminator, like a SRA-free laminator. They can't be too expensive, maybe like 500 quid. I reckon the lamb will probably cost 200. You get quite a thick roll on that. It's all the consumables, isn't it? I think each cartridge on the Oki laser was £199, and I think there's a cleaning cartridge as well. There's a cleaning cartridge as well, sorry. It won't be a video about me yawning. So I think that's £1,000 in just consumables. So you might think I can get an eBay one for £2,000, but another £1,000 for the consumables. Lots to think about. Just changed my blade from a 45 degree to a 65 degree, and it's cutting so much better. Like, I don't know where these blades have been. I was a bit scared to like change, but then like the blade was kind of rubbish, and it's all I had left, and it's just kind of way better. I've heard they're better for perf cutting, but I've never tried them just regularly cutting. So there you go. Yeah. I think this is a video I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks now, but I just posted a short saying like I'm kind of come back. So yeah, no, I think my summer's over, like holiday wise and sort of going out wise and, you know, socializing. They'll find a way to get me, but the summer is not for me. The winters, I'm definitely a winter bunny. I get way more done in the winter. I've got to sell the bike as well, so that's on my radar. Spent like a whole day changing the brakes, air filter, oil filter, oil change. I still got to do the front brakes, and I want to re-bleed the back brakes just to make sure they're a bit soft for my liking. And then I'll give her a little clean. I think I might put her up for sale. Just need the money at the moment. I won't say anything yet for personal reasons. But not going to stop this video. Not going to stop this project. Not going to stop this passion. I think like and subscribe if you want to see more, guys. There's so much going on. I am a bit burnt out now, but I assure you I'm usually a bit more bubbly. I think the summer's over now, so now I can kind of hunker down. Thanks, guys.